Hey, listen, before we even start, I've got a surprise for you at the end of this video. Something that could completely shift the way you see yourself, your future, and the way you move through the world. And I'm not talking about some vague motivational quote you'll forget tomorrow. I mean something concrete, practical, and powerful. Something you can actually take, apply to your life today, and see real results from as soon as this week. So stay with me until the very last second. And while you're here, hit subscribe right now. Seriously, don't just think about it, click it. Because every single week, we dive deep into how to become richer and more prosperous in every single area of your life. Money, relationships, mindset, health, emotional strength, and so much more. Because real wealth isn't just what's in your bank account. It's in how you live. It's in how you carry yourself. It's in the way you walk into a room knowing you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. Alright, let's get real. Let's talk about something most people completely misunderstand: vulnerability. You've probably been told, directly or indirectly, that being vulnerable means oversharing. That if you talk about your struggles, you're being weak or needy. That the safest thing to do is to keep your walls high, your smile perfect, and your heart locked away. Sounds familiar? Maybe you've even thought to yourself, if I open up, people will use it against me. And here's the hard truth: sometimes, yes, that does happen. People misunderstand you. People judge you. Sometimes, they even weaponize what you've shared. But that's not real vulnerability. That's not courage. That's what happens when you mix pain with no boundaries. That's when you pour out everything without intention or purpose. And that's very different from true strength. Real vulnerability is a choice. It's the decision to show up as you are, on purpose, knowing that you could be judged, misunderstood, or rejected, and still saying, "This is me." It's not dumping your whole life story on the first person who asks. It's not fishing for sympathy or attention. It's a strategic, conscious act of self-expression that aligns with your values, your vision, and your purpose. Vulnerability means having the courage to be seen fully. Not just your highlight reel, but your fears, failures, doubts, and scars too. It's about authenticity in a world that often rewards masks and perfection. And here's what most people get wrong about courage. Courage in the absence of fear. It's feeling the fear, hearing that little voice screaming, "Don't do it," and doing it anyway. It's sending the message you've been afraid to send for months or years. It's telling the truth even when lying would get you out of trouble. It's standing for what you believe in even when you know it might cost you money, friends, or opportunities. And confidence. Forget the idea that you have to wait for confidence before you act. Confidence is the result of acting while vulnerable. You don't wait until you're confident to take the leap. You leap. And then, after surviving it, confidence appears. Think back to the first time you did something that scared you. Speaking in front of a group, posting something deeply personal online, walking into a room where you didn't know anyone and introducing yourself. Your heart was pounding. Your hands were shaking. You didn't know how it would go, but you did it. And the next time, it was a little easier. That's how you build self-trust. That's how you build presence. That's how you build confidence. One uncomfortable, intentional act at a time. Now let's make it real. Think about the most valuable relationships in your life. Your closest friend. At some point, you risk showing them the unpolished version of you, the part you usually hide, the insecurities, the fears. Your business partner. At some point, you admitted you couldn't do it alone, that you needed help. Your romantic partner. You showed your flaws before you had any guarantee they'd stay. And here's something powerful. Vulnerability isn't just emotional, it's strategic. Leaders who admit they don't have all the answers create more trust in their teams. Entrepreneurs who share the messy, behind-the-scenes journey create deeper connection with their audience. Negotiators who are honest about their real needs often get better long-term deals than those who bluff. It's vulnerability that builds bridges, opens doors, and creates lasting connections. It's what turns strangers into allies, colleagues into partners, and followers into devoted fans. But here's the catch. Vulnerability is a skill, a muscle, and like any muscle, it needs training. You can't go to the gym once and expect to walk out with perfect strength. You train, you push, you recover, you repeat. So, how do you build it? Here's your roadmap. 1. Start small. Share something personal but safe. Test the waters. That could be telling a trusted friend about a minor insecurity or admitting a mistake at work. 2. Show progress before perfection. Let people see you in the middle of your journey, not just at the finish line. Share your struggles, your setbacks, your work in progress moments. 3. Ask for feedback. And listen. Don't defend yourself, just absorb it. Growth lives there, in the willingness to hear uncomfortable truths without shutting down. 4. Be consistent. Like compound interest, small acts of vulnerability multiply over time and build an unshakable foundation of trust and confidence. Yes, some people won't get it, some will judge, but they're not your audience. The right people will see you, they'll connect with you, they'll trust you more because you dare to be real in a world obsessed with filters and perfection. And this ties directly into prosperity, because real prosperity isn't just about money. It's about deep, rich relationships. It's about a network that moves mountains for you. It's about the self-worth to say no to what drains you, and the courage to say yes to what excites you, even when it scares you. Real prosperity means feeling free to be yourself in every part of your life. At work, at home, with friends, and having the courage to pursue what truly matters to you, not what others expect. Now, is it risky? Of course, but so is playing small. So is hiding. So is living in a safe, predictable bubble that keeps you comfortable but stuck. The difference is, when you choose vulnerability, you actually get a return on your risk. You build resilience. You build trust. You build influence. And that, my friend, is priceless. Now, that surprise I promised. If you want to go deeper, if you want to really understand how to turn vulnerability into a superpower, there's a book that changed my perspective forever. The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown. It's not fluff. It's backed by years of research, filled with real stories, and it will give you the practical tools to turn this from an idea into a way of life. So here's your 7-day challenge. In the next week, choose one moment to be intentionally vulnerable. Tell someone you appreciate them. Admit when you don't know something. Ask for help instead of pretending you've got it all under control. Watch what happens. Watch how people respond. Watch how you change. Here we talk about how to take this skill and turn it into wealth, freedom, and influence in every single area of your life. Don't forget, hit subscribe right now. We're just getting started.